Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
It's a happy little tune you've picked out for our theme song.
Yeah, of course.
Was that part of?
It was in the library, maybe in the GarageBand,
right?
Extra.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think GarageBand maybe had an extra pack that you could get somehow. I don't even think you could download it originally. I think you had to maybe you found it on a CD-ROM someplace that somebody distributed.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
John and I were talking before we started about all the fabulous products that Rogue Amoeba has. I use at least 3 of them in the course of doing the podcast and the live stream. And they're running a big anniversary 20% sale. So free advertisement for Rogue Amoeba. I love their stuff.
Absolutely.
All right.
Wow. Hi, everyone in the chat. Lots of people.
Let's start the show for real.
Sure thing.
Should we do that? Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 626 for September 25th, 2022. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
How are you doing?
I am quite well.
You found some surprises, like kind of a follow-on to the episode we did a couple weeks back.
Right. So your friend who gave me some of the old Apple Bob that gave me some of the Apple II stuff as well as a couple old Macs. One of them came in one of the beige canvas bags, and I was going through
the
original bag. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even though it was a classic in there, but
you call them canvas. They're not really. It's not really canvas, is it?
Well, it's I don't know what you would. Yeah, it's kind of. I think it's kind of a canvasy sort of material. It's the beige. It's kind of it's very heavy duty fabric, but what was inside was a surprise to me. I did not realize in one of the side pockets there was a set of. We have 5 of the original Apple the stickers that came with the Apple II series. These kind of really big stickers with the Motto Tector font, and then one package of the ones that came with the early Macs, where you've got kind of a smaller version, still Motto Tector font on the bottom, and you had kind of 2 different sizes.
I didn't realize that they were still using. There was an overlap with the Motto Tectura and the Macs. Is that right?
Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me, but I still thought they came with Apple stickers, and I thought they came.
They
with
did
still.
And you're right, like in the Picasso box of the original Mac. But were they those stickers, or were they something?
Did they have the Apple Garmin font by that point? I mean, I know.
Gosh.
I thought the originals still weren't. Yeah, because I thought the Mac Plus kind of introduced the Apple Garmin font.
Yeah, could have been. All right, maybe somebody knows for sure out there. Well, cool.
Yeah, they are pretty good sized stickers.
Those are great stickers. Yes. Yeah, nice. All right. Well, this week we're going to time capsule it. We're going to go back 20 years to September 2002 in Mac Addict. Kind of some fun things in there, especially the little quiz to test ourselves on
little quiz. It's like what?
60 questions? It's a final exam. It really is. You need to set aside an hour. So John and I each took the quiz. If you want to roll through it, you can try it. Okay. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with eBay finds.
So Steve confirms that yes, his Mac Plus came with those old stickers.
Even the Mac Plus did.
Well, they probably had a surplus. They were, maybe before.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna find some eBay finds.
Oh, did WASFest happen this last Saturday, Mike?
Did it? I wasn't tracking that.
Mike mentioned
Mm-hmm.
50 Shades of Beige in the chat. Was giving away 12-inch Apple logos at the WazFest 26 on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, and Eric's Edge also verifies that his Mac Plus came with the larger stickers.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, so they must have used them for quite a while because
Wow.
Steve's was platinum. Wow.
That's kind of nutty, given that they weren't using that font anywhere else.
Sure.
They were kind of a retro thing.
Thanks for the confirmation.
Okay, let's go with eBay finds. In 3, 2, 1. It's time now for eBay finds. Last week there was the little flyer with the Apple corporate identity standards for resellers.
The one that was bought by our listener, Michael Mulhern, 50 Shades of Beige.
Yeah, did that come in yet? Probably would have taken longer. He snapped that up. I guess was it a buy? It must have been a buy it now, right? $29
Mm-hmm.
was the shipping, and it shipped from Sweden. So I guess I had a head start from here. So maybe he did get it. And then we had the painting, Apple Essence, a painting by Nitrozak. This one did not sell. I can't remember. Was it a traditional auction? It's been relisted.
It was a regular auction. Yeah, was it 1,400?
It's the starting bid has been lowered to $1,340.
Ooh.
There are no bids right now. It has 6 days to go. This would ship, or you can pick it up in Union Bay, British Columbia.
Man, pretty.
All right. And then the decal. This is the very long, like a store display decal, 74 inches long, of the Apple logo with the Modern Tectura font, Apple Personal Computers, and this 2-panel 6-color logo with the stripe. Still available. Buy it now, $9.99. And I made an offer. It was refused. I don't know if we reported on that. I think I offered $200, and it was refused. I shall now make a new offer. Let's see. I'm trying to make offer. Here we go. Make offer. I shall now make an offer for 201. No, I'll 225. It is 225.
So, Steve, the top green part that looks like it's cut, that's actually just the stickers covering it. There's a strip of adhesive so that would go on the inside of a window.
Inside, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That would look glorious on the inside of my window.
Absolutely, yeah.
But only for $225. Okay, I think that's it. And then we got auctions for this week. We will begin with the title says Rare Bell & Howell Apple II Plus Computer Darth Vader Untested. Those will remember the code
gone
name.
gray with age.
Yeah, this is like Darth Vader having been pulled out of that lava pit on that planet. What was that?
Right. Or just before Luke removes the helmet.
Yeah, it seems some battle damage. It's missing a couple of keycaps.
Wow.
Needs some cleaning. Darth Vader was the
paint.
Do we just call that Darth Vader? Or was it actually the code name? Anybody remember? I know it's been referred to as Darth Vader because it's black. Well, close to black. It's like a charcoal Apple II special model made for Bell & Howell and configured so that it could have some kind of AV capabilities.
Right. Which I don't see the fanny pack on this with that. So it's missing that. Yeah. If the back of this thing would have come with the very back. Yeah.
So it's got some scratches and dents and looks like some stains on the inside, and logic board looks rough. There's a lot of good photos, at least. And what else is this? It says missing 2 keys. Purchased at an estate sale with many other electronics. So there's
So
no claims of operation. Yeah.
I am happy to say though that the seller isn't like, oh my gosh, rare. I would like $1,000 for this very badly damaged computer. So I'm happy to say that it must have started at a pretty low bid, right? If it's up to 6 bids now at 172. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Ships from West Henrietta, New York.
Now, can anyone confirm whether this was a Apple II or a 2 Plus board inside of this? Oh, it says 2 Plus. Okay, 2 Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, this one ends today, so get in on that right now. It ends in about 9 hours. Again, it's up to $172.50 after 6 bids. Okay, let's shift to this.
All right, next up, we have a wonderful Apple II GS collection. It comes with the 2GS, an Image Writer 2, the 3.5-inch drive, the RGB monitor, a 5 1/4-inch drive, and a WAS edition 2GS with the box. Everything is in the box, guys. It is, and the boxes are in really good shape. It's got the styrofoam. It's got the everything looks like it's fantastic. Buying now of $1,000, I think, well worth it for everything you're getting here. The fact that everything's in the boxes and the boxes are in decent shape. Unfortunately, it is free local pickup from Mesa, Arizona. So if you were going to be buying this, you'd have to probably arrange shipping on it before you purchased it. Of course, unless you live in Mesa, Arizona, in which case this is a pretty good deal, I think.
Now, there's no claims of operation. The comments say that just worried about possibly blowing
the battery
capacitors or whatever. Yeah, that they didn't bother to power it up. I mean, it looks like it's pretty immaculate, so I can't imagine that it isn't operational, but there is some risk there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to see all those and then every single original box.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this person obviously is one of those that takes very good care of what they've got, even if they're not using it, or they've got plenty of storage space. Yeah, that's a pretty one, I have to say.
Mesa, Arizona, though, you need to be near there,
right?
Because they're not arranging any kind of shipping. So, okay, and there's a make an offer, right? So, and it, as far as I think this has been sitting out there for a while. The auction's been live for a little bit of time. So,
well, that's the whole local pickup only does certainly limit, your selling base. Do you hear music?
I do. I have no idea where that's coming from. It's just I have absolutely no idea where music is being played from right now. Do people in the chat hear that?
I hear it, so it must be coming from. You must have a video playing in the background. Maybe something automatically started.
It just started like bam. It's very pleasant. I don't know. We'll just keep playing. So the benefit, though, is that you could possibly arrange with the seller to say, "Hey, can we do a power on test before?" But then they may not do that because they may be like, "Hey, man, I don't want this thing to catch on fire," or whatever. Yeah, this is very, very relaxing.
I feel really like we're in an NPR show.
Well, I was playing music earlier and it sounds like the music I was playing earlier, but it was coming from Apple Music, which is closed right now.
So somewhere you've got a neighbor going, "Why is my music not playing? I'm trying to play some nice, relaxing music. Why do I not hear it at all?"
All right, we'll keep going. This is weird. Why is? Oh, you know what? I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's see. Well, let's go to the last one here.
Sure thing.
The title is Vintage Apple Macintosh M2115 2GB Quantum Fireball external hard drive with box. It's So Apple, of course, they had several of these through the years. The Apple branded external hard drives, very pricey, right, compared to the third-party alternatives. This one, if I'm not mistaken, was the last of the Apple branded external hard drives. It had a vertical arrangement, so it wouldn't take up very much desk space. And I believe that little door at the top was where you'd make the SCSI selection, the ID selection.
Yes. I'd have to double check on mine, but
Yeah.
now I noticed this one. I can tell you right away. This one has an issue mine has, and that it's missing the feet. I do not have it. It actually has a little rubber feet. Should be on the bottom of it.
No feet. And there you can see the
feet.
back. You can of course daisy chain it.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty unusual design to have it, an upright, skinny one like that at this point. I think. Too.
Yeah.
Nice
box.
On it,
yeah, right. These are very cool, and to find it with the box, is rare, of course. But they want a whopping $500 for it. Probably around what this thing costs new for a buy it now. But there is a make an offer, and they will ship from Clarksville, Tennessee. So, I don't know, a couple $100 maybe might be worth it.
Yeah, make
did,
an offer.
Did they turn it on? No.
I would not even hazard that this actually works at
what?
this point.
Why not? They did. But they did. See.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Oh.
Good thing you didn't hazard a guess, because you would have been wrong.
Oh,
right. Yeah, there they got it. They even ran the SCSI probe, show it there mounting.
Fantastic.
So,
okay.
Yeah, not bad. All right, we'll find out how that one did and the others next week. All right, now let's uncover the mystery.
Music, yeah.
Is it going to keep playing? I swear to you, oh no, it is. It's here we go.
Okay,
it's still playing. Right. Okay, now we got to. What is happening?
Somewhere
I'm going to go through live apps. I'm only running.
Go through your right.
I got Audio Hijack. I got.
Safari. You have an open window that's got the music playing in the background. Maybe.
Let's close. That is bizarre. There's nothing in Safari that's playing music.
Right.
Audio Hijack can't play music. Text Edit can't play music.
Now, is it just coming through your headphones, or is it actually playing somewhere in the room? Take your headphones off.
No, it's
getting louder.
Oh, it was so loud. I thought it was coming through my headphones. It's actually playing in the room. So now that's one of my Alexa, stop. Hey Siri, stop. There it is. Something that was said. Something that was said got my HomePods excited, and they decided to. Yeah. Anyway, that was wild because it was so room filling. There's an ad for the HomePod minis, and I've got a pair of them sitting up there. And the sound was so rich that even in my closed headphones, I thought they were playing in my headphones. I thought, oh my gosh, it's piping somewhere because it sounds so good, but it's no. Okay. Well, that was fun. It was very soothing, Eric, except when you're in a panic trying to figure out where it's coming from. It's not as soothing. Okay, let's see. We're going to switch on over.
All right. Some great comments, guys. Okay.
Okay.
To the issue.
The issue. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're going to rewind the clock. We found the problem with the music. It was the Apple HomePod minis playing. They had somehow gotten triggered one way or the other. But now we're going to go back 20 years and look at Mac Addict magazine in September 2002. The cover story is Jaguar, the newest OS 10 is ready to pounce. Wonderful. There's some new Macs announced in here, and but I want to start. Where do I want to start? I want to go to page. Oh, let's just look at page 2. Page 2.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-pager, which is kind of hard to display here, but I guess I can switch to a 2-page mode. But Porsche has a 420 horsepower water-cooled twin-turbo power plant. We have the new Apple X Serve, one of the fastest 1U servers on Earth, featuring the exceptional performance of dual 1 gigahertz PowerPC G4 processors, each with 2 megs of RAM and all kinds of other good stuff. These are beasts, expensive, loud, heavy. But at the time, they were pretty kick-ass. And there's a picture right there of the ideal configuration.
Oh my gosh!
Stick 120.
You would have had to. You would have had to have headphones on to go into the room that thing was. We had where I worked at the photo lab I worked at had maybe about 5 of these, and just 5 was enough to make you wince when you went in there. So I can't imagine how loud you'd have to have like a soundproofing cabinet to put them in.
Yeah, and then the heat generated. You'd have to reinforce the floor too. I can't believe that Steve Mac 84 does not have one of these things. Yeah, I thought everybody had one. Don't you have one, John?
I do. Yeah. Not working. Needs a recap.
Oh, wow.
Yep. The power supply, capacitors in the power supply.
Yeah. I've got one. I haven't turned it on in a while. And the last time I had it out, I just like put a fresh install on it. It was so loud. Okay. Let's go to page 14.
That was kind of funny. You and I both page 14 kind of clued in on the Mac market share.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to.
I'm trying to get to page 14. I thought it was Option Command G. Why is that not doing anything? Oh, I know. Well,
wrong window active or
I'm in the right window.
Okay.
What's going on here? Where's 14? Something is I'm having all kinds of problems today. It's not sound, it's just trying to navigate. All right, we're gonna switch to 14. I'm getting there. This is not. What the heck is going on?
Do you have your not have
here's
like
the
preview?
There's something weird going on my preview where I can't even pull up menus. Like there must be some kind of where all the menus are like dimmed.
Sure.
Why is that?
You don't have it like in the where you hit the space bar to preview it, do you? You actually have it open in preview?
I don't know. Did that do something? No. None of my key commands. Nothing works. It's like this.
Go. Stop.
Gremlins. There it is. This is what we wanted to see anyway. And I can't zoom in. Everything's. I'll probably close it and open it up and try it again. But anyway, so yeah, Mac market share. Depending on who you talk to, Apple's got anywhere from a little to a very little stake in the personal computer market. It shows the different estimates of the Mac market share in 2002 between about 3.8 and 5%. Very small slice of the market. And John and I were both wondering at the same time.
What's the current Mac market share?
Yeah, and the answer is what?
I found 15.3.
Yeah, it's around 15%, about 3 times what it was 20 years ago.
Which, I mean, is pretty darn amazing, actually. I mean, if you think about that much, because, of course, Macs are only selling Macs. It's basically Macs versus every other computer out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good,
Oh yeah.
I almost wanted to look and see what their market share of phones are, but I didn't get a chance to because I'm sure
Yeah, I
that
think the
is
iPhone is over
quite a
half.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if you go worldwide or US or
Eric's
whatever.
Edge was wondering also that what's the percentage of iPhones versus all the others? Yeah.
I'm going to quit preview right in the middle of this
All right.
thing, and then I'm going to open it back up and see if that resolves everything. Of course, it stopped sharing. And aha, look at that. It restored all my menus and
Oh, very nice.
when in doubt,
Did you
quit.
force an unexpected reboot?
Okay, we're back. Let's go to page 17. And
Okay.
in the section drool worthy, were these drool worthy back then? This is what people were drooling with. The first one is the Odyssey 300 for $229. And it was an MP3 player in the age. I remember the iPod was out. But this one had the unique capability that it could get past that any pesky encryption technology on CDs
Okay.
and rip through the headphone jack
So
of a
basically, it was
CD
just playing
player.
the audio and recording it. I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't sound like ripping your CD. It's like I just record audio. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you'd be
Real time.
going A to D. Yeah. Playing back
Right.
at 1x.
Yeah.
Recording. I mean, how tedious would that be? And then, of course,
Sure.
how do you even label those or organize them? That is,
Yeah.
doesn't seem
Why
like
would
a
they consider
solution
this
to me.
drool worthy? Oh my gosh.
It's probably because you'd be drooling by the time you finished doing this. You would be like, you'd be just a mess, and then I love this next one. This is cool because it's obsolete technology that's like a vehicle for other obsolete technology. This is the Sony CRXP 90MU.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
name.
and it's a 24x CD-ROM, writer also with 8x DVD read. And it's USB, so you connect it that way. But the wild thing about this is it also has a built-in memory stick reader in the front there. See that?
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, now
and,
that would have probably been the Sony specific memory stick, wouldn't it?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were the ones leading that one. So anyway, here's a couple of technologies together that we don't really use anymore. Let's move on. Oh, to page 19, which is the cover story. It's alive. Jaguar leads the pack of Apple's Mac Expo New York 2002 announcements. Back when there was even more than one Mac Expo, there was one on the East Coast as well. And they announced it. A bunch of different cool new stuff. The first time we see iChat, iCal, and iSync. Back when everything had an I in front of it. Thank goodness we're beyond that. That got annoying. They announced that there's also the 17-inch iMac, the G4 iMac came out.
Yeah, I really wish I should have updated the computers behind me and put the G4 iMac and the eMac since they also mentioned that in this behind me today. But, yeah.
At $1,999, 1440 by 900 resolution, and at 16:9 instead of the regular aspect of the 15-inch iMac. So some big announcements there. Let's skip. John and I both did the quiz.
I think Michael is dissing us on our pronunciation of Jaguar.
Yeah,
as
I think
opposed to
I probably
Jaguar.
said it a slightly different before, but the ultimate Mac addict quiz. Fancy yourself a Mac geek, think you can take on Steve Jobs and his team of engineers in a battle of brains, convinced that you should be the editor-in-chief of Mac Addict magazine? Then prove it. 60 questions ranging from like real tech stuff to retro stuff to just plain silliness. You since John took it, I said, okay,
I took it, right.
I went through. There were some cool questions in here.
There
A lot
really
of
were.
code name things.
Right.
The one that I thought I was going to trip them up on, and they actually had the right answer. The one that there was a question about Super Drive. Yep.
Yep.
There it is, number 27.
That one
And
did
what
not catch
year?
me.
And what year did Apple introduce the first Super Drive? Was it A, 1988, B, 1999, C, 2001, D, 2002, or E, I can't afford one, so I don't care? And when I thought Super Drive, I was thinking, what we think the original Super Drive. No, I was thinking the other one. I was thinking the 3.5 inch.
Right. The one that came with the SC Super Drive, right?
Yeah, that would read up to 1.4 meg floppies, and of course they use Super Drive again to talk about the DVD drive. Yeah, which year did that come out? See, is that answer there also? Did that come out in like 01 or 02? I don't know. Anyway, they were looking for 1988, which was the original Super Drive. And if you score yourself out of the 60, and there are a lot of bonus questions in there, so you can
you want to go through the what they consider like 1 through 16. You are a Cocoa Puff. Right.
Cocoa
Next
Puff.
You had
16
classic
to 30
user 16 to 30. Right.
Yeah.
Kernel Panic 31 to 45, which is where I ended up. Sad to say, I didn't make it all the way to Terminal Geek, which would have been 46 or higher.
I got a 48, so I just got into the Terminal Geek. Yeah. Anyway, fun little one. I messed up there was one about code names.
Yeah.
That I messed up. Where is that
too.
one? It wanted you to the bonus was to like
35.
name.
It's on 35.
Okay, Here we go. 35. Which of the following was never a code name for a Mac? A, Mr. T, B, Colt 45, C, Magnum PI, D, Weed Whacker, and E, Yikes. And then you give yourself an extra point for each machine you can name that matches a code name. Name all four, and you can have one of our jobs. Well, I guessed Weed Whacker. I didn't think Weed Whacker was a code name.
No.
Mr. T, yes. Colt 45.
Right.
I think so. Magnum PI, and I knew Yikes. Yikes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of course, Yikes being the PCI-based G4 tower.
See, and so I got that wrong for some reason. I thought it was a blue and white G3. I thought Sawtooth was the G4, but I think that was
Sawtooth was the first G4. Yeah.
Right. So, yep.
Yeah. The blue and white G3 was codenamed what? Oh my goodness. What was that code name? I can't remember. Well, Mr. T was Mac Plus, and I had forgotten that. And what are the other answers? Colt 45. We got to go to the back here and see.
Yeah, so the Mr. T one was the only one I got right as far as the I knew the Mr. T was the Mac Plus, and that was it.
Yeah, the Colt 45 was the PowerBook 145. Weed Whacker, can you imagine this? Was the 2FX. Weed Whacker. It was wicked fast. And of course, Yikes, Power Mac G4. So there you go.
Anyway, Garth says that it was Yosemite was the blue and white.
Yosemite. I had that on top of my mind. I was thinking Yosemite, but I had Yosemite in my mind, and I thought, oh my God, no, that's the operating system.
Got it.
But it was, right? Yosemite was an operating system too later. So, okay. Real quick, let's take a look at page 40. 37. Was it doing?
Oh yeah, talking about just 37 is about InDesign. Of course, they were comparing it, I think, mostly to Corel, Quark Express. But I remember I was a PageMaker user. Again, this is when I worked at the Photo Lab, and I remember when we first got InDesign. what was kind of interesting was for those longtime PageMaker users, there was actually I don't know, a theme pack basically for InDesign that made it more like PageMaker. It was kind of an in between until you got used to the PageMaker, so the InDesign user interface.
Oh,
yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that they went that route because it was quite a big change from the PageMaker user interface. So,
okay.
yeah, just thought it
Yeah,
was
there's
kind
a
of
big
interesting.
breakdown of all the features. On page 44, we get to introduce to eMac. Even though the iMac had been sporting the flat panel display, well, the eMac still gets an old CRT, but it's a 17-inch one with a pretty good resolution. But they wanted to make it cheap, right? This is the education destined Mac.
Cheap and heavy and no handle because it was the education.
Yeah. No hand. Well, yeah, this was a 2-man lift.
Yeah, you because you didn't want students,
Yeah, and
kind of moving
any
those puppies
handle
around.
You're not even really supposed to carry the G3 iMac by the handle. You're supposed to carry it like two-handed, right? One on the handle and one on the bottom.
On the base. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it'll technically hold it, but I don't think it's really shouldn't.
Certainly not nowadays. You wouldn't
Not
want
nowadays,
to,
no.
as plastic gets more and more brittle.
Yeah. Now, was the eMac? Could you buy that through regular channels, or did you have to
Not
do
at
an
first.
educational purchase? Yeah,
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't educational to start with, but it got
Later.
such kind of demand.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is also the last of the Macs with a CRT.
Yeah. Unlike the G3 Molar Mac all-in-one, I think that was only educational channels.
Right?
Yes.
Which made this look light.
Yeah.
The Molar Mac. Yeah, that's close to 70 if I remember correctly.
Right.
I'm not going to go weigh mine.
Yeah, I like the record. The rating for Mac Addict was solid. I don't know if
it's a beautiful machine. It really has held up very nicely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't you don't kind of see the yellowing. It seems like the plastics are holding up well.
Yeah, because I'm sure those are the polycarbonate, which I don't think had the problem with discoloration the way the other plastics did.
Yeah.
Okay,
and one last thing. We'll go to page 63. There's a little tutorial here. Create natural looking cutouts. You need Photoshop and you got to go through all these processes to eliminate the background from a photo. And funny enough, what can you do on your iPhone now with the new OS is you can just tap and hold on an object and then you just pull it right out. It's kind of funny how far we've come, but in 20 years there was a how-to in a book, and now it's just built into your iPhone. So lots of change. Yep.
I think Charks has a Dana challenge. He'd like to see the compact Mac case in the eMac plastics. Sounds like a job for Dana. Sorry.
All right. Well, that was September 2002 in Mac Addict magazine. Gosh, how did we ramble on for 19 minutes? I have to edit that.
One other thing that they mentioned on the cover is that they do a review on one of the Sims packages. I think it's the one for pets. I can't remember offhand, but I've never played the Sims. And I really think I need to give those a try because it just seemed like fun.
Yeah,
were you ever a Sims player?
I was. Yeah, it will.
Okay.
It'll suck up tons of time.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I already played enough Fallout 76. I'm familiar with games sucking up all your time. So,
all right, let's do a little bit of news in 3, 2.
Okay.
What?
Oh, so good.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Couple of news stories here. There was the Vintage Computer Festival Midwest last weekend, and during that there was a session in which David Grealish sat with our friend in the chat, Steve, Mac84, to give a preview of the Apple Lisa documentary. And so both gentlemen, they gave a little background on themselves and then showed some clips. Well, and the trailer and some clips. And the two of us, we made it into the clips that were shared just briefly.
Ah.
It's amazing how long ago that was shot. I don't know, probably could have been 4 years ago, maybe. I think David was saying he originally was going to try to release this in 2019, so the clips must have been shot before then. So anyway, they reported on the progress. Nice presentation, Steve. And yeah, I think I missed it. I don't know if they talked about the new release schedule. Are you on a schedule, Steve? You got a deadline to meet? You must have finished your task for the day. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in here wasting time with us. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, all right. And Steve says it was all Dave. Yeah, Dave does a great job. He knows his computer history. That's his thing, and he can talk for hours about that. Late October is the answer that Steve was giving us. And a trailer is pending David's approval. Oh, is there a new trailer? Nice. I guess it was a teaser or something we got earlier. So
very good.
Full trailer is imminent. Late October. Is there an event? Is there a special event, a computer festival or something? Or is it just, it's going to be its own event? I guess, the unveiling. Okay, and gosh, just speaking slow news. I didn't find a lot of retro news, but I did, of course, there's the usual great creations by NanoRaptor, Dana Sabera. What is this thing? There's no real title. The caption says, I've had a few, but they feel like they need a little more honor than I can usually provide. I'm not sure what that refers to, but there's what looks like a Next Cube on steroids. It's like, what, 8 of them or something? I don't know. Like a cube of cubes.
Kind of reminds me of the companion cube from Portal.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I like the look of this thing. That'd be a cool thing to make with the fins going down the middle there. There's a variety here actually that are inspired. Next, here's a Next desktop that I don't know. It's very similar to like the old Atari computers.
Yeah, or even
color,
some of the early Amigas.
Amiga 128, perhaps.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very slick. Very slick. And then, oh, well, that looks familiar. That looks like a next version of a flat panel iMac. Yes.
The iNext.
Yeah. Look at that. I'm not sure about the mouse. Update the mouse there. I think there was one more there. This one. This is the Next book. It's shares a lot of similar features to the ThinkBook. Is it the ThinkBook? The IBM ThinkBook?
Yes.
Is that what it was called? Yes. Mm-hmm. But a Next version of it in the dark charcoal, the Next logo, and of course the Next OS on the screen. Very, very sharp. One more here. Look at this. The Macintosh Server G3. Now that I like. It actually has symmetry.
It's very symmetrical. It looks very Art Deco with that, with the size, like the stepped sides like that. It would have taken up a ton of desk space, but boy, it does actually look really beautiful that way.
It's
kind of if you want your own Aztec monument of Macintosh, it's kind of got
I'm trying to find mine. Yeah, that's the natural extension to the big G3 towers. It has that little side vertical section, which
what
is in that thing? Why is that there? I guess I've never stopped and think of why there's
the logic board is under that.
Is that where it is?
I think so. I'd have to take mine
apart.
Did
they design the tower?
It would break.
Because this is the only tower that's asymmetric like that.
No. There were a couple.
Well, what
that
are
had
those?
a little side step like that. I want to say.
Well, the 9600. I mean, there was the case that preceded this. It did the
Oh,
same
sure, sure,
thing.
sure. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Why would they do that versus just making it the same height as the rest of the case? That is a
well,
very
they needed the volume
odd
for some
choice.
reason.
Well, I
Yeah,
know, but I'm
but
saying is make
yeah,
the little sidecar part the same height as the rest versus the weird little step down.
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess they had the tower, and then they realized, oh my gosh, we need a little more space, but not as much. We don't need it as high,
Uh,
and I don't know. It would have driven Steve Jobs crazy. I think the asymmetry. Mac 84. Steve says hinge. Is there a hinge?
ah,
Do you hinge?
I
Where's the
don't know.
hinge? I don't
Again,
know.
it's been too long since I've really looked. Like
uh,
Eric's comment that it's a built-in shredder printer. Yeah,
uh
there you go.
I think the one thing I would add to Dana's design on this, see how there's a power button on the lower right on that outermost module.
Right.
You need one on the other side for left-handers.
Well, you just do the reset button on that side, so
Oh, yeah.
you just don't get them confused. Right.
Okay. All right. Those towers open with a big hinge? Is that right? How come I don't remember that? I have to open mine. I have to see what's going on there. Yeah, the whole design is kind of interesting because it looks like it's very. I mean, not just the one we just saw, but even the regular design looks very modular with the big gaps in the panels and all this stuff. It looks like you can just like you can mix and match components or something. Okay. If you didn't have any ideas
Oh, can you? Looks like we
for next week, I
a
had
little
one.
freezing. Yeah,
I
go
was
for it.
lost for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about we were talking about the icon garden a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thought we could go run down the history and see. I think during one of the breaks we actually tracked down some people that had reported on kind of what happened to it in the end, and it was a story that I don't remember hearing. So
I also think there's some homages to it out there, and
yeah,
like I'm pretty sure Minecraft somebody did one in Minecraft.
we'll talk about all that.
For sure.
It'd be fun.
That sounds great.
And maybe I can. I think I got a photos that I took from way back. Maybe I could track that down. Okay, let's. Mac 84 says, check your Skype, John. Did he just send you something?
He just did. Oh, yep. It's the Power Macintosh. Hang on a second. It's basically the G3 opens. He sent us a link of how it opens. Did he send it to you?
The G3
well?
tower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
What?
Oh, just what he's how it opens. That is crazy.
Okay.
All right.
You want to share it?
I'll see if I can. Yeah.
All right. We'll do it after the. Well,
sure thing.
Now it doesn't matter.
I got to see if I can share. Well, I got to see if I can share just a window and. Come on, there we go. Oh my goodness! It wants permission.
You want me to play some classical music while you're?
Here, let me just.
Hey Siri, play.
All right, look, I will send it to you.
See, now when I tell it to do it, it doesn't do anything.
That's funny. Come on. All right, look. There we go. I've sent you the link.
Oh, there it goes. It started playing. Why are you sending it to me?
So you can share it because I need to go into preferences for Chrome to share. It would appear.
Hey Siri, stop.
There, I sent you the picture.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'd forgotten all about this.
That is, yeah.
All right, let me now.
That was pretty crazy.
No, I gotta share it. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. It looks like a transformer.
Yeah.
It looks like something went. Yeah, something went dangerously awry. But even then, so you can see here,
Wow.
we're talking about that little side section, right? This area down that's normally vertical, but of course unfolded, it's horizontal. Yeah, that's where the main logic board goes in. So, but it still looks like there was a ton of space. But I guess with the drives and whatever it is, it had to go parallel. It went alongside the drives and the drives folded in. But so yeah, I gave it extra space for the logic board to reside beside the drives. But it's not a separate, you can say it's just one contiguous volume, but it has
It could have been a single face of plastic.
It could have been. Yeah.
Sure.
But that would probably looked even weirder. So I guess.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Steve. That is redunculous. Wow.
All right, let's end the show. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, that's it for RetroMacCast. Next week we'll be back again. I think we're both here. Yes. Good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. The topic: the icon garden. It's now the historical or the long gone and missed icon garden that used to exist at One Infinity Loop in Cupertino. The oversized, pixelated kind of. Well, they were like the original icons, but they were colorized, right? They were black and white. What happened to them? What were they? What was the deal? So I know we've talked about the history of these before, but it'd be nice to revisit it, track down some photos and hear about the story of how it came to be and how it came to be not. So Icon Garden next week. We good? Anything else?
Well, that's it.
All right. Well, until next week, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
Okay.
Noise.
Yes. Still seems like there's a lot of empty volume. I'm looking at that case again.
So
what happened? What's going on?
I guess there was comment about where the power supply. So maybe the power supply is not in this picture.
Where would it go?
The large power supply.
It would go in the back.
Split under the drives. So
was it just hanging here?
Yeah.
Someplace? Oh, there it is. It's on.
There it is.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, no,
so
no.
That's what's taking
the
up
fan, isn't
that
it?
big area. Well, it might be I would guess that's attached to the power supply.
But it's all plastic and.
I think what we're saying here is we need to do this as a collection spotlight or a teardown of this. Yes.
Wow. Anyway. Yeah. It says, Apple's Office says, the large power supply sat in that split thinging under the drives. Okay. Well, it must have been incorporated in this thing up here. So.
Right.
Wow. Much better design with the Yosemite, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have to transformer this thing. You just opened the door and voila, everything was there. Yeah. It is interesting the evolution of case designs, how they went from so many cases that you'd literally have to shed blood to get into to ones where you just open the latch and open the thing up,
Yeah, and the back and forth of Apple wants you to get into your computers. Apple does not want you to. Yeah, it's just the how many times they yo-yoed
back and forth, right? Yeah. Yeah, in the beginning, of course, it was an appliance. Well, in the very beginning, it was a hobbyist thing with a lid, and you could go in and add your own cards or whatever. And then it was like, oh, no, this is an appliance. You need a special long wrench. And we're not going to tell you how to get it, right? And then the Mac 2. But anyway, yeah, it was up and down and up and down and up and down. We're back now because things are so tightly integrated and compact that they're definitely not as user serviceable as they once were. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you for sharing your Sunday morning with us. And we'll see you next week. I think
that's
we're
it.
good. Yeah. All right. Well,
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Instead of classical music, we'll just play this.
Thanks for listening to the RetroMacCast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.